Our office will not be entertaining requests for discontinuance of cases by persons who have no authority or legitimate reason for doing so. According to her, all criminal charges brought by the police are crimes against the state. The statement says when a complaint is made and the police, who are the law enforcement agencies responsible for investigating reports of crime, commence an investigation and lay a charge, only the DPP or her delegate is authorized under the law to discontinue or withdraw the prosecution of that offense. The statement notes that criminal cases cannot be discontinued for personal reasons or at the whim and fancy of individuals who make complaints to the police. It further points out that it is an offense under Section 371 of the Criminal Code of St. Lucia 2004 for any person to enter into any agreement to forbear or prosecute or give evidence against another person on a criminal charge in consideration for money or any other valuable thing or advantage to him or another person, or on account of compassion or fear of bodily injury. This, the statement notes, constitutes the offense of compounding crime and carries a penalty of 10 years imprisonment for indictable cases and 2 years imprisonment for summary offenses. Section 373 of the Criminal Code 2004 stipulates a penalty of 15 years imprisonment for persons who compound any crime involving a child who has been abused in any way. There are limited special circumstances under which the Director of Public Prosecutions will discontinue the prosecution of a criminal case, especially if the victim is a minor. These include factors such as the physical, mental, or psychological health of the victim, which is likely to affect his or her ability to give evidence. For the DBS News World, Pete Val reporting.
The St. Lucia Red Cross has repossessed more than 20 water tanks that were apparently given in error to residents of Bel Air. The tanks were bought locally by the French Red Cross under a European Union-funded program to assist locals to cope in the aftermath of Hurricane Thomas. The tanks were supposed to have been distributed to areas that are affected by serious water shortages. DBS's Melissa Paul has more.
Residents in the area of Bel Air were up in arms after 29 water tanks were confiscated from them. They say last week, after signing up for the tanks, they were informed by the Red Cross that a truck will be there Tuesday to repossess the tanks. Some residents had spots prepared for construction of slabs on which to place the tanks. Others were left with only an empty spot as a reminder that the tanks were once there.
They were the ones who made the decision and chose the names, came to distribute these tanks at Bel Air, right? And then it's very embarrassing to see you come back yesterday morning and you take all of these tanks from the people. They left only 3 at the community center.
It's very embarrassing because to see the people came and told us they will give us some tanks for foreign water, and then yesterday I heard they say they will come and collect that because they say it's not here. They have to dispute.
Matela la vini pour parce si moi était là. Police qui drive pour ça moi parce moi signé moi sign pour moi pour yote ba moi tangla. Tout le monde signé. Ça c'est un honte. On vote pour nous à Bel Air, pour ces gens qui prennent politics.
The St. Lucia Red Cross says that it will only serve the needy and not the greedy. The director of the Red Cross says the area of Bel Air did not have a water issue, but a drainage problem which the society had addressed. Nevertheless, the Red Cross says water was distributed to the community center in the event of a water crisis.
When the Bel Air people went out, and some of them they signed up, the information came to the office, and an individual on the French Red Cross side unilaterally, without rechecking, just decided, okay, XYZ, because they thought they wanted the project to finish quickly. But in truth and in fact, if the Red Cross operates like that on the ground, we have cheated those who needs the tank.
For the DBS News World, Melissa Paul reporting.
Nobel Laureate Week was officially launched today during a ceremony at Government House. The Honorable Derek Walcott, who won the Nobel Laureate Prize for Literature in 1992, was among those in attendance. DBS's Don Nicholas reports.
Officials say more communities have come on board for this year's celebration. According to them, schools and other organizations are more deeply involved. The Nobel Laureate Week of activities will feature drama, music and visual arts, showcasing some of the best talent in St. Lucia.
People like Ronald Bohingson, Claudia Edwards, artists like I tend to forget her name just now, Miss Nolly, Asina Nolly, and some dancers drumming.
St. Lucia has more Nobel laureates than any other country. Derek Walcott won the Literature Prize in 1992, while Arthur Lewis won for economics in 1979. St. Lucians are enormously proud of this achievement, and a week is set aside every January to celebrate their achievements and all things cultural. Since 1993, January 23rd, the birthday of Sir Arthur Lewis and the Honorable Derek Walcott, has been observed as Nobel Laureate Day. This year, organizers of Nobel Laureate Week are also looking to revive the choir. Kicking off on January 23rd, the birthday of both Walcott and Lewis, the celebration consists of two major lectures, panel discussions, plays, poetry, drama, and music. School children are also heavily involved. This week attracts visitors from all over the Caribbean and often entices luminaries.
Tuesday evening, we have Professor Christian Campbell from the University of Toronto. Is a young poet out of the Bahamas and Trinidad parentage lineage, and he's doing wonderfully with his first collection of poems called Running the Dusk.
For the DBS News World, I am Don Nicholas reporting.
And now we present Street Vibes. In this evening's program, the people speak to an open mic.
Some people vex with people for election. I don't know why. I remember once I was passing down the road from going to work, and I said morning to a certain lady, and her sister told her, "Don't answer me." She said, "Don't answer her." Well, election finished already. I don't know why people must be like that. We must love one another. You must love your neighbor as yourself.
The only problem I have with the men is that they only know you for one thing. When it comes to responsibilities, they never take care of their responsibilities. Before you would ask a man money, he'd complain because he'd say you buying clothes and shoes. But right now, you're asking them money to make groceries. They have a problem with that. So I have a problem with the men. They need to stand up and take care of their responsibilities.
Things might change, but I want it to be better, not worse. But I hope all of us try to come together, because especially I see the new Prime Minister trying something there, giving all the old folks work. And that's the way I want it, because for so long, I believe now you heard my voice, I'm trying to put everybody, all the bits and pieces together. That's what I want. All of us to work together, especially the one that wasn't there, the one that was there before, and he could have do the work, put him with the new one. So that all of us start working together. That's the St. Lucia we need right now.
You're watching St. Lucia's News Leader and listening to us on Rhythm FM 95.5. Still to come in the DBS News World, a senior citizen urinates in a local business place after an apparent disagreement over the use of a bathroom. The minority opposition Group 1 offers some suggestions on resolving the leadership issue in the police force. And diamond-back squid, anyone? The details of these and other stories are coming up after the break. Please stay with the DBS News World. We'll be right back.
At Lime, we know that when it comes to the internet, it's not just about connecting to everything that matters in your life. It's also about connecting in the blink of an eye. See who's friended you on Facebook, or send a tweet, upload some photos, watch movies online, beat your friend's score, or even email Auntie Bertha. Lime high-speed internet, up to 8 megabits of high-speed internet. Lime, for living every day.
Grown with the timeless energy of the Caribbean sun, over hundreds of years of refined quality. Slowly aged in oak barrels.